Hi, my name is Noshat, some guys' name is Shubham, Spurs Video Podcast. Imagine the scene. The team be knocked out by in the FA Cup by a team who, on paper, is much worse than them. There's actually many places below them in the league. All that is left of their season is that last Champions League place. And, after a very demoralising defeat in the FA Cup, what is their next game? Playing their hated North London rivals. And I am talking about Arsenal versus Tottenham this Sunday, but also, in a weird way, I could have been talking about Tottenham versus Arsenal almost 2 years ago, after we got knocked out by Portsmouth. I think this is probably the biggest game of Arsenal's season, without a doubt. And I think it will be how the manager and the players handle that pressure. When we won that game, I think we went on to then beat Chelsea and then Bolton and won a game at Stoke, very controversially, but we won the game at Stoke. And, I think apart barring a bad result in Man United, we had a great run, and a lot of results went our way. It was just an incredible run, and that we were fourth deservedly, and we deservedly held that spot. But it was just an amazing, set of circumstances. And I think for Arsenal, this game is just as important. If they win this game, they close the gap on Chelsea, Newcastle, etc. I think, they maintain that fourth spot. If they lose, obviously Chelsea are playing this weekend. It's a lot of pressure on them, and knowing that losing this and then probably being knocked out of the Champions League, I mean, I'm not saying they won't be. Who knows? I think even the most optimistic Arsenal fan, what I call the anti-Piers Morgan, he probably, that person will probably think, well, winning by 5 clear goals at home against AC Milan, it's going to be a tough one. I don't care who it is. It's really odd. I mean, in terms of what we can do, I would like for us to, obviously I'd like for us to taunt the crap out of them and then demoralise and kill their season. But I don't think there's anything we're going to do to say that. I don't think Harry's going to say anything. Harry will just say it's a big game for them. It's a massive game for both clubs. And he'll just say it's a big game for Arsenal because they have to win this to hold on to fourth after the results that have happened in Milan, Sunderland, possibly going out to Milan in the Champions League. It's a huge thing for them, and their season could be just well and over. Just our season was over last season once we got knocked out by Real Madrid. Let's face it, our season was over. I mean, yes, we tried to get fourth from, I think, Man City, but let's face it, our season was just died of death. And I'm not saying players weren't motivated. It's just once you've played in the Champions League, it's really hard to get yourself motivated for crappy games such as the Blackpools and the West Broms of this world. It's just those games you don't take as seriously, And I'm not saying we wouldn't have qualified for the Champions League. I think we were close to qualifying for the Champions League. We were in a shot at the title last season, but let's face it, this is Arsenal's. This. I'm not saying make or break, but this could be real tough. If they don't win this game, I don't think they've got tough. I don't know what games they've got ahead. I think they have to play Liverpool and I think Man City as well. But if they don't win this game, if they lose. And if they lose in a really bad fashion, like a bitch-like fashion, not even glorious failure, anything other than victory, I don't think, than a glorious victory, not even just shaded victory. I mean, it has to be an amazing victory for them, and that will turn their season around. And then, let's face it, let's say they go out and play Milan, they lose, but lose on aggregate, but at least they do a good 2-0 win or whatever. Lose aggregate, at least they won glorious failure kind of thing. Anything less than anything happening gloriously, it's going to be killing their season. I think it'll take all their powers of Harry, Arsene Wenger's man manager. Harry Redknapp's going to say it's all about them. He'll just tell them, don't worry about them. Don't worry about what they're going to do. They're so worried about what they're going to do. They don't even have time to be worried about what you're going to do. So why should you worry about how you're going to play? They're too worried about how they're going to play. That's how worried they are. And I think it's a real high stakes game for them. Much more pressure on them than it is on us. Although we do respond well to pressure, I just think once the shackles are off, and I think we'll play as we did against Newcastle, same team. I think as comes in for Nico, Hopefully Luke will be fit, and Benny and Addy, but I think it'll be the exact same team. Maybe Cabal and King instead of Dawson and King. But I honestly think, you know, we can go out, and if we get like a sneaky victory, like a 1-0, you know, whatever, very marginal, it won't be, you know, it won't be a huge work. Anything but glorious victory for Arsenal. Let's that season over. I will talk about Bale in the second video, but until then, I think it is all about Arsenal. It really is. It's just like it's all about Amy. It's Amy Childs. Apparently, she's some. I've never seen that show, but she's a very attractive redhead girl with lots of fake tan, and likes to basically wear very skimpy clothing. Which, hell, I like that. But yeah, it is all about Arsenal. And anything less than glorious victory will hamper their season. Not even a sneaky 1-0, not even a draw or anything. They have to win, and they have to win well. And I think if Harry, with his press contacts or whatever, just keeps mentioning that, say, look, it's all about them. The pressure's on them. The pressure's on them. The pressure's on them. It only takes one of those dominoes to fall. You target one of the players. If one of those players starts feeling it, it's like a virus. They all start feeling it. It's contagious. Just as we were feeling it back in 2008. You know, all the pressure was on us. We should be out of this. You know, mentally we were beaten. We were beaten before we got out on the pitch. And not all of the team, but one or two players. And then on the sort of stress of playing on the games going on, all players have become susceptible, and that loss of confidence, that loss of swagger is just there and it's just gone. And look, you need skill, you need technique, you need tactics, but if you have no confidence, you know, as GSP found out in his first fight with Matt Hughes, if you go in there just not, you know, having little or no confidence in yourself, you're gonna beat yourself long before, you know, you get beaten by your opponent. I give a big shout out to Kevin G. Unfortunately, due to time zones, we haven't been able to do the podcast. Although I did speak to him last night. You know, I was too gone to do recording. Hopefully, we'll try and do something this week. I am going to talk about Gareth Bale and a little bit more about where I see him and stuff like that. Anyway, as always, come on you Spurs. And also come on you Spurs to spursfrom.co.uk, spursodyssey.com and topspurs.com. 3 great sites. I'm more partial to Spurs Forum because it's my original site, but Spurs Odyssey is a great site as well. And Mr. Johnny Allen has got his match thread started, and enjoy away. Thank you very much. As always, come on you Spurs.